Hi, my name is Alejandra Campo, and with my partner Gabriela Torres, we're going to talk about TV products, series, and movies and their influence in the young audience. Televisions, series, and movies aimed an adolescent audience present an standardized and hegemonic vision of their reality and transmit basic messages to a Western audience. Some research has found that adolescents, in addition to using the television to understand and comprehend their society and to extract opinions on the most diverse aspects of the life, use this medium to seek identification with society and an identity for themselves. To explain this, we base ourselves on three arguments.
Well, our first argument is the main characters always fall within the hegemonic beauty, white, teen, and rich. The centralization of audiovisual content in the United States influenced the standards that are created of each character. The owners and founders are white people who have the power and seek to represent themselves. So the cultural diversity of other parts of the country, the continent, and other parts of the world is never represented on the screen.
The counter argument might be that today these standards aren't as present as they used to be in the past, since other non-USA productions are taking over the screen and presenting other types of characters, giving voice and presence to that minorities and presenting other lifestyles like these examples. And the reputation is, although it's true that these days we see more representation, there's still a strong preference for hegemonic products and a, a type of rejection of others.
Well, that leads me to our second argument. The inclusion of diverse character in entertainment content today is seen as a forced inclusion, as we are used to seeing the same representation on a screen. Although times have changed, the message conveyed by the context of other times are still present in people and affects their thinking. Although there are generations with a more open mind waiting to represent these types of minorities or social groups eternally silenced, there will always be a group that will point out these contexts as forced inclusion, even if it is a faithful copy of reality. If we had grown up with these contents, our vision of reality would have been different. It isn't possible to please everyone, but it is important to represent everyone.
The counter-argument of this argument is that sometimes the participation of this type of diverse characters can feel exaggerated or and uncomfortable, but these reactions are actually normal when we're changing the stories that always we are sharing with the audience, and also the characters are changing, and it's just matter of having an open mind to learn about the different realities that the people in the world lives and that actually exist.
Well, our last arguments are is it presents an idea of an untenable and wild teenager's life, which may affect the younger audience. Drugs, party, expensive shoppings, and other things are the favorite activities of teenagers in this series. Something totally unrealistic for a very impressionable audience, where not everywhere these contexts reach this lifestyle can be replicated, not only because they are harmful or being so unrestrained and show disengagement from basic duties, such as study, are very, very important, but also because they become untenable due to the context in which they live. One in 10 adolescents can replicate these lifestyles. Those who cannot become frustrated because they want to achieve an idealized adolescence that doesn't exist. If we had seen healthier lifestyles, we would have grown up with a different view of adolescence.
The counter-argument of this argument may be that, okay, just because not everyone is able to lead that lifestyle, to have that lifestyle, should be censored, and all types of stories are valid, and or something like that. And okay, it is true, we cannot, no, we shouldn't censor this type of products because of their themes. It is important to talk about everything, but the important thing is to analyze if these are really the contents that we want to show to young people who are finding their identity. For example, the series Elite is categorized for 13 years old and above. Do we really want to transmit that type of content to 13 years old people? And like these are many examples that we can show, examples that might affect and influence to the audience. That's all. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.
Bye.